All right, we got a 2013 Cadillac SRX sitting right there. It has the 3.6 liter engine in it, and the customer says it just starts and dies. Let's get in it. Let's see what's going on. All right, start it up. It's just cranking. Oh, it started up. Oh my gosh, then it just died. I don't know what is going on. It will just start up and die. I haven't scanned it for codes or nothing yet. So I want to try to get this thing in the shop before I leave today. And that way we can get this figured out. Okay, let's hook up a scan tool and let's see what is going on with this Cadillac. It just starts and then it dies. Okay, it's scanning the modules. One time I had a customer tow in one of these cars, but I think it was the 3.0 liter, and it kept starting and dying, and it was just low on oil. Maybe we should check that real quick. It's a little low, but it's not enough to cause it not to start. Okay, let's see what we got. We got 2 in the ECM, 2 in the electronic brake control module, 2 in the body control module, and 1 in the control module seat memory. Right side object detection. Okay, that wouldn't cause this. And then some in the radio, lost comm with telematics. That's just the cell phone connection. Lost comm with HVAC control module. That's a history. So here, fuel pump control circuit, high voltage. That's what we're going after. This is our problem. Guarantee you that'll cause this issue. So let's look up these codes and see what the testing procedure is. P0232, fuel pump control circuit high, and we have a P023F. So let's look up the P0232. P0232. Top repairs, replace fuel pump driver. OEM testing, we have both of these, P0232 and 23F. Control circuit voltage high, open or high resistance, short to voltage. The ECM supplies voltage to the fuel pump control module. When the ECM detects the ignition is on, the voltage from the ECM to the fuel pump power control module remains active for 2 seconds, unless the engine is cranking or in run. While this voltage is being received, the fuel pump power control module supplies a varying voltage to the fuel tank fuel pump module in order to maintain the desired line pressure. Turn the ignition on and command the fuel pump control module with a scan tool. And basically it wants us to see if the fuel pump is kicking on. So let's go do that real quick. Actuator test. Fuel pump. Fuel pump enable. Ensure all of the fuel lines are connected. Okay. Command state none. Off. Okay, let's turn it on. We should hear something. I didn't hear anything. Okay, let's turn it on again. I don't hear nothing. Let's back out. Let me see if I can get under the car a little bit to where we can hear it. I don't hear anything, but let me listen a little closer. On. It's not. I don't hear anything. All right, so I don't hear nothing. So is it even working at all? The fuel pump control module, is it even commanding the fuel pump at all? I don't know. Let's see what service information says so we can do the next thing. If the fuel pump does not turn on, refer to circuit system testing. Ignition off and all vehicle systems off. Disconnect the harness at the fuel pump. It may take up to 2 minutes for the system to power down. Test for less than 5 ohms between the reference circuit and terminal ground. Oh no, it's wanting us to do all that. Let's just check the easiest thing first. Let's just check the fuel pump fuse. Instead of, because it looks like this thing has a high pressure fuel pump and a fuel pump module on it. And the fuel pump fuse is back here. And I have my test light hooked to ground. I have a wire running all the way to the battery. So this one here is the fuel pump fuse, that yellow one, because I looked here. So it's supposed to be hot at all times. And it's good. Found the OE wiring diagram, and these are the wires going to the fuel pump. I want to test these two wires. This is a ground and this is to the motor right here. So we didn't hear anything coming from the fuel pump. So you have to open up 2 screens usually to figure all this out. So I wanted to find where X46 connector was, because that's the closest one to the fuel pump. And I found it over here, and it looks like it lives right on this gas tank. So I want to hook a scope up to these 2 wires and bidirectionally control the fuel pump and just see what kind of signals that we have. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so the connector is under the car, as you can see in the diagram. And I'm gonna have to get a light and slide under here. And right there it is. It's these 2 wires right there on the end. These 2. So I want to back probe into those. Let's get into the black with the green stripe, which is the ground. All right, we're hooked up. Got the scope hooked up. Let's get going. I got y'all set up. I'm going to go in and crank it, and we're going to see what kind of signals we have. Okay, let's just bidirectionally control it. We already cranked it. We got that capture. So let's do this real quick, just to show again that we are going to 12 volts. On. There it is. It just came on. So it's on, and then it went off. So it just did a test real quick. All right, I'm back under the car. I just want to make sure this ground can carry current. So I have my test light, and when it touches the ground, yes, It can carry current. I think I'm gonna take these out, bidirectionally control it with a 4 amp test light hooked to the circuit. Hate these clips. Piece. And all right. Let me get my 4 amp test light. My heater's on, so if you hear a roaring sound, it'll quit in a second. Front probing. Here is the light. So we can see the light and the scan tool here. Well, that's a pretty bad glare, ain't it? When I bidirectionally control this, the light should come on. All right. Yes, we have a light. All right, let's see what it takes to put a fuel pump in this thing. And I'm gonna try to get it on film. So keep watching if you got this problem. All right, we're lowering it now. We just put the fuel pump in. We haven't put the exhaust on yet. It's right here in the floor. And we're gonna see if this thing starts. Let's see if this thing's gonna start. Remember, the exhaust is laying here in the floor, so we're gonna put it on after we make sure the fuel pump is okay. Go for it, Daniel. All right. That's the sound of victory. We're gonna finish putting this back together and we'll be done. All right, guys, that's it. This Cadillac is fixed and it's running great. I appreciate you guys watching. Check out some of my other videos if you like this content. If not, maybe we'll run across each other in the future. Catch you all on the next one.